everyone. Welcome to another video of the weekly growth. It has been a while, hasn't it? I'm sorry for the silence and going dark. For a while, I was in the middle of moving houses and I had to deal with all of that, and then I had no internet. But now I do have internet, but I'm having network issues in certain parts of my house, so I am still waiting for a Wi-Fi extender to hopefully solve the issue. And most importantly, CapCut got banned on America, along with TikTok, but TikTok got unbanned for a little bit, but CapCut didn't. And if you guys don't know, I use CapCut to work on these videos. So right now I don't have a video editing tool, so I'm using a free week trial on a random video editing application that I found, so I can get this video out to you guys. And hopefully by next week I'll have a video editing tool and I can get back into the swing of things. So without further ado, let's get into a video that I wanted to make for quite a while now, and that had to do with pride, the sin that is pride. Now, we as Christians, we are called to be humble like Jesus was. We are not to gloat. We are not to revel in people's downfalls. When things don't go our way, we are called to remain humble and not put the blame on something or somebody else. We are supposed to, keep our composure, roll with the punches, Pride is the very opposite of that teaching. Pride is more of a self-fulfilling emotion. When we are prideful, we revel in our own achievements. We revel in ourselves. And when it's left unchecked, it can grow and grow into something much, much more toxic. It can turn into narcissism. It can turn into many other toxic traits. It can destroy relationships. It can destroy friendships. It can destroy business opportunities. It can destroy many, many things. Pride is a low-key sin, but once it takes root, it will and can affect every single aspect of your life. Now, a Bible verse actually, that paints this perfectly is Jesus's parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector in the Gospel of Luke, or the Gospel according to Luke. And he spake this parable unto certain which trusted in themselves that they were righteous, and despised others. 2 men went up into the temple to pray, the one a Pharisee, and the other a publican. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself: God, I thank thee that I am not as other men are, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican. I fast twice in the week. I give tithes of all that I possess. And the publican, standing afar off, would not lift up so much as his eyes unto heaven, but smote upon his breast, saying, God, be merciful to me, a sinner. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone that exalted himself shall be abased, and he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. Now, taking that parable into consideration, you notice the two differences in how they prayed. The Pharisees, instead of being humble as he should have been, he prayed more about himself. He was, I thank you for me not being as bad as this person. I do fasting twice a week. I give these to all that I possess. It's all about me, if you noticed. But the publican, who is a tax collector, he humbled himself before God and said, Lord, please have mercy on me, a sinner. And Jesus right here says that the publican is more justified, that he is the example that he wants us to follow, not the Pharisee. He wants us to follow the example of the publican. Why? Because he did not talk about himself as if he was better than others. He said, I am a sinner, I messed up, and I ask for your forgiveness. That's what we should do on an everyday basis. Because we as Christians, we are not better than sinners. We are not better than gay people. We are not better than people who kill their own, who murder their own, I should say. We are not people who extort others. We are not people whose money has corrupted them. We are not better than anyone who we can think of that has done many horrible crimes against humanity. We are not better than them. We are just as bad as them. Why? Because all sin is equal to God. He says any type of sin, and the payment to that crime is our death. No ifs, ands, or buts. Every sin is equal to God. So we as Christians, we are not better than anyone else. We are sinners just like everybody else. And with that knowledge, we should humble ourselves and ask for forgiveness on a daily basis, repent on a daily basis, and do our best to walk in the pathway that Jesus has laid out for us. Instead of bringing each other down or other people down, we should bring them in and help them. And maybe they can help us too. Who knows? It all should be in part of growing closer to God. So be careful with pride. It can seep into every aspect of your life and ruin it. And trust me when I say it'll make you more miserable than you thought you were before. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all hopefully next week. Hopefully I get that video editing tool. And I will see you all later. Goodbye.